Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Aisha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. Go to 2. How you doing out there? Let's get it going for another episode of Habari Live. This week we were supposed to have RJ Huncho, but we don't know what's up with RJ. I hit him up this morning. He must be busy. We also have Matty Ice, who should be coming in. It's not letting him log in, he said.
He may have to allow camera and microphone access.
Who knows? We're not gonna really trip off of it. You know, if he can make it in, he can make it in. Hopefully he can. But it's all good. I understand. He's using his cell phone, I think. So most people do. But it's no biggie. This week, man, we're gonna talk about some of the things that's went on this week. It's been a big news week. The craziness in California, man. We hope the people out there in California are okay. We will talk about some of the people who've been, pointing fingers and blaming and talking trash to the governor and the mayor of LA and access block restream request does not comply with Google's policies. I don't know.
That's weird.
Who knows? Let me see. I'm talking to this guy here to see if he's gonna come on, Matty Ice. Matty Ice is he has a big podcast out here. He works with Rick Ross. We're trying to get him in. Always hit of. I'm trying to hit if and I always hit of. Here, can you do this for me? Let's see. What we're gonna do, man, is we're gonna go hit that link again to add someone. The plus up there, the circle plus, right above me. Yeah, there you go. Copy invite link.
Hold on, I got it right here.
What?
He gave me his email address.
Okay. You just gonna try to email it to him?
Yeah.
But let's do it up here so he can make sure that he's sending it straight from there, and it's not the one that didn't work. All right, so go to Gmail real fast. Compose.
And it's
the email is
MattyIceShow@gmail.
There you go. And yeah, put the link in there and send it to him again. All right. Let him know it's sent via email. All right, man. We thank everybody. We're trying to get Matty Ice on for we could talk about what he has going on with the rap arena. He does a lot of freestyle shows, man. A lot of stuff that he does with a lot of freestylists in the city, and he's just a big deal in when it comes to Phoenix, Arizona hip hop. And he does a lot to help people out, man. So we wanted to talk to him and get it going. You want to tell us some of the stories that we have this morning?
Yeah, I could definitely do that this week. Give me just 2 seconds. It's loading up. We'll be talking about the Glendale police. They shot and killed a white man unarmed. We'll be talking about some actions that the Pentagon took this week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also be talking about the Supreme Court's decision on
TikTok,
the TikTok ban.
Yeah, this might be the last few days that we see the people over at TikTok, man. We really appreciate you guys. You guys always come to the show and show us love. So we appreciate TikTok, but it looks like this going to be the last couple weeks, man. That we're going to have access to. There you go, he's on. You see him? There you go. Just hit that
And then
button.
toggle him to let him in.
Scroll down. Oh, there you go. There we go. What's up,
Yo,
Matty?
yo, I'm just at Target. I'm a little bit just checking out right now, but I'm gonna be ready to talk to you guys. I'm excited, bro.
No, it's all good, man. Do you want us to wait for you?
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you?
Are we backstage right now?
Yeah, we already live.
Oh, we're live right now. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we can. If you want to just start in one, yeah, we can start right now. Just
All
we're
right,
good.
man. For sure, for sure. We appreciate you coming on, bro. I know you're a busy man, man. Where you at? Like you said, you in Chicago?
I'm in Chicago right now, bro. I've been moving around like crazy, but I'm in Chicago right now. Yeah, I'll be back in the West soon though.
Mm-hmm. What you doing out there?
I'm from here, bro. So I actually kind of like been staying out here for the past year.
Oh wow.
And yeah, but I'm getting ready to get back to like the Vegas and Arizona scene here like really shortly.
Yeah. I saw that you have the Rap Arena coming to Vegas, man. Can you give the people a little lowdown about what you're going to be bringing to the Vegas city out there?
Yeah, absolutely. So check this out, bro. The Rap Arena has been, pretty active for the past 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
We've thrown three big tournaments. We've thrown one-off battles. Most recently, Chris Koch has gone extremely viral. Snoop Dogg has been sharing Chris
Yeah,
Koch
man.
stuff from the Rap Arena. Rick Ross has
Yeah.
been sharing Chris Koch stuff from the Rap Arena. Even gave him
Mhm.
a real shout out as well. But what we're opening in Vegas is the actual Rap Arena. When you think of the Rap Arena, I want you to think of the UFC for hip hop and rap. So we're
Okay.
gonna have an octagon. Where
Oh,
artists are going to be able
goodness.
to perform. We're going to have an infinity wall for the best photo shoots you can take. We're going to have a podcasting facility for the Matty Ice show and the Rap Arena. The Rap Arena is
Mhm.
going to run its own freestyle series like on the radar. But we're going to build a whole competitive arts league. So we're really building a league in with what we're doing here for the
Yeah.
independent artists.
Man, that is crazy, bro. I mean, especially from where you're coming from. You know what I mean? You guys started at the bottom and then you made it into something that's awesome for the city, man. And I really want to give you a hand because I remember when you were just starting this shit and to see where it's gotten to, man. And then like I said, I've seen, you saw Snoop Dogg retweeting. You always got Rick Ross in your corner. But
Mhm.
these guys, man, are really interested. And dude, the rap is getting better, man. It just seems like the talent is just getting better and better. I was looking at the kid, what is it, Kid Friendly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at his interview, and man, he seems like a really bright kid, man. And I listened to some of his freestyles. The kid he's dope, man. He's dope. I really like him.
Yeah,
So
Kid
he was.
Friendly. Kid Friendly he just had the number 3 freestyle on the Bootleg Kev podcast. He
Hmm.
had probably one of the best freestyles ever on my podcast. So yeah, Kid Friendly's dope, bro. He got a real good thing going on right now.
Yeah, bro, I like him. So are you working with Kid Friendly, or is it just that you just work with people that's in the rap arena?
No, bro. I work. The Matty Ice show has been around forever. That's been around for
Yeah.
like 5 years already.
Hmm.
But Kid Friendly and me have, I guess, a little bit deeper of a connection because he's been in all my tournaments. Um, and I've worked with him heavy. And
Yeah,
I really take notice to artists that I think are really talented. And if I think you're really talented, bro, I want to be working with you, bro. I want to be working side by side of you,
it's real.
however that may be.
Hmm. Yeah, man. You like I said, man, you doing so much for the city, man, and then to be able to bring it and make it even bigger in Vegas. So when you go to Vegas and you open the new Vegas spot, will you still be bringing out the Phoenix artists, man, to
Of
make
course,
sure
bro.
that the
Like,
Phoenix artists is getting spotlight?
yo, check this out, bro. Arizona and Phoenix is what started my career. I built my entire platform in Arizona and Phoenix, so that place will always have a really special place in my heart, bro. And of course, I'm still right there for Arizona artists. That's why I didn't open this up in Chicago, and I said let's do Vegas because it's 3 hour drive. We're a
Yeah,
45-minute flight, so anybody from
yeah,
Arizona can make themselves home right in Vegas with me.
yeah, man. That is dope, man. I really, really, really
We're gonna
look forward to it.
Chris Koch's gonna be a big part of everything we got going on.
Yeah, and dude is hot. Chris Koch right now is is
Chris
is
Koch's the
hot.
best
He's on
rapper in
fire.
Arizona. I'm gonna say it right now. He's the best rapper in Arizona. I'm gonna say it, bro. Like I believe it, bro. I really believe it. I believe if Chris Koch with the right tools and the right people behind him, he's the one.
Yeah, man. I agree with you. I'm listening to his bars. I'm listening to him on the rap arena. The guy has amazing lyricism, and it's just he's also just saying the right things. His bars is wow, man. I just can't. I like the kid, and I
Yeah, for
really
sure.
like what he's doing,
There's a lot
man.
of
So
talent. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of talent, but I really
mhm.
just something special about that guy.
I want to talk a little bit about your history. I was looking it up. Did you have a podcast that you did before you started this with another gentleman?
Yeah, no, not with another gentleman, not with somebody else, really. I mean, I've done a few. I never had a co-host or anything like that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
So what was your
I used to.
first show?
So actually, I interviewed Futuristic. He was one of my first interviews ever. I've interviewed like Christian Kirk from the Cardinals, one of my first ones. Byron Murphy from the
Hmm.
Cardinals. Marquette King, the kicker in the NFL. He's not in the
Have you
NFL.
talked to Antonio Brown too?
Antonio Brown, I've had on my show twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Antonio Brown fan, but Antonio Brown twice. And yeah, I've had I'm a big football guy. I like betting on sports. I like betting on football, and that's kind of how my interviews and podcasting first started, was based on that. That's, as you can see, I got the Chiefs hat on. I'm getting ready for another Chiefs Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. How you think they're gonna do?
They're gonna win the Super Bowl.
They gonna win it again? Does that be
We're
3 in
actually
a row, right?
we're on the way there right now to wager some more money on the Chiefs right now.
Man, dude. Hey, those guys. A lot of people are doubting them because not many have done 3 in a row.
No one's
But
done three in a row. No one's
yeah,
ever done it.
no, you're right. That's never been done ever in
Besides
the
this
history
year,
of
though,
the
we're gonna do
NFL.
it this year.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
Save
big
this
one,
clip,
man.
bro. This is gonna be a special clip to post the day after the Super Bowl.
So who you think is gonna make it from the NFC? I got the Lions going. Who you think gonna make it?
I could see that. I think it's gonna be the Eagles or the Lions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
I
gonna
think
be a
the
big
Eagles
one,
are
man.
dangerous with Saquon Barkley, bro. Adding Saquon Barkley was a real thing for them.
Man, in spite of the Giants who have been putting up billboards making fun of
Hmm.
the team because they let Saquon go. That was pretty ridiculous, man. So
Yeah,
what upcoming projects do you have going on besides, I know you got the Rap Arena. What else do you have going on? You got any big interviews coming?
I mean, if the Rap Arena is the biggest thing coming right now. I was just in Miami. I went to Ross's house in Star Island, and we went out on the yacht, and we literally just talked the Rap Arena for 3 hours straight and what we're trying to do with it. And
Mm-hmm.
he believes in the vision behind it, and that's really what I'm on right now, bro. Now you're gonna see my interviews going up. You're gonna see a lot of freestyles coming to the Rap Arena's platform, but I'm
Yeah.
solely focused on the Rap Arena right now and what we're gonna do with that, obviously, because we're building a whole headquarters out in Vegas, and we're putting a lot of money and a lot of time into it.
Man, dude, like I said, man, I don't do anything but applaud you. Anything that's helping the Phoenix artists. It's been hard for Phoenix artists to get into the spotlight. A lot of people have been complaining and crying, and you went out and did something. We got a lot of people who do things, but I just think that your moves, not
Yo,
lately, has been the biggest moves in the city.
check this out, bro. No cap in what I'm about to tell you. Check this out. This is all facts. Ready? The Rap
Hmm.
Arena gave, and forget about any stories or what. I'm not going to get into any of that. I'm just saying what we've done. The Rap Arena gave Deshaun Corey $10,000 cash a year and a half ago. The Rap Arena has given the real Kyrie, another Arizona artist, $5,000 cash. The Rap Arena has given Big Doobie 500, Dylan Jacob 1,500, Chris Koch 2,500. That same battle with Chris Koch, Dylan Jacob another 2,500. And let me say what we just did. We just gave V the Ruler $15,000.
Goodness,
And I'm
that's a
saying this all right
veteran
on your
rapper
show.
there.
There's no cap in anything I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, man. I do. Like I said, man, I met you a couple years ago, and you always been a man of your word, and that's why I respect you, bro. Anytime we ask you to come on, you're here. You don't flake on motherfuckers, man, and you always 100% in my book, bro. I've never had
Appreciate it, bro.
any issues with anything with Matty Ice, man, and I'm one of your biggest fans out here, bro.
I
So
appreciate you. I'm a supporter of you guys too. That's why I was like, let's do it immediately.
yeah, man, we appreciate you, bro, because it's tough to have out here. You know how it is with how people are. So one last question, man, before we let you get up out of here. I know you're busy, bro. What do you want your legacy to be for Matty Ice? What do you want people to say about the Rap Arena, the Matty Ice show, and what you brought to the forefront, man, and your platforms?
So I think my legacy is gonna be what the Rap Arena does for artists like Chris Cokes and like the Big Doobies and like Dylan Jacobs and Be the Ruler. So I think my legacy is gonna be what happens with artists based on what we do. So like if Chris Coke blows up, that's gonna be a great part of the Rap Arena's legacy because he
Hmm.
started there, right?
Yeah,
That's where
man.
his viral moments came. But I want my legacy to lay within the rap arena and what we do there, bro. And you know, I love interviewing, I love doing all that, but I'm really, really, my heart's with the rap arena. So I think
Yeah.
that's where I think my legacy is gonna go.
Is it taken away from a little bit of your time that you spend with your interviews? Because I know you used to be everywhere interviewing people, but now
Yeah, I
you
was
have
doing.
to, really focus on the rap arena. Has it
You
kind
know
of
what?
taken away from your interviews?
I would say no, and I'm gonna say why. When I was doing 4 interviews a week, 5 interviews a week, and all you saw
Yeah.
was Matty Ice for that 2 year period, I know what it was.
Hmm.
I had my own studio, bro. So I was like, "You want to do an interview? Let's go. Come to my studio."
Right. Right.
When I open up this Vegas facility and I have that same power again, but times 10, bro,
Yeah.
you're gonna be seeing me everywhere, bro. So it hasn't slowed me down. It's more of like a facility thing and building to the next level.
Yeah, man.
I'm just taking a step back just because I'm a big step forward's coming.
Yeah. But I can say, man, everything looks better. You're always getting better. Your camera work's getting better. The show is always getting better, man. And I'm always paying attention, man, because what you do is you setting trends, and I'm just really respecting what you're doing, brother. And
Thank you, bro.
thank you for coming on, Matty. We gonna let you get to your thing, my bro.
Hey, I would love for you guys to please be able to come and I'm gonna make sure I get you the information before we open and stuff. But you have an open invite to come to the grand opening. Bring your team with you guys. We'd love for you to be there.
For sure, man. We'll definitely bring a team up, man. Get a team up there and do some photos and capture some shit, man. That'd be dope. We really would appreciate that.
Absolutely, bro. Well, thank you guys so much for having me on, and anytime, bro.
All right, man. Have a good rest of your day, my brother.
Thank you, bro.
For sure. Yeah, go ahead, check them out. All right, that was Matty Ice, man. Show some of the chats that we've been getting over the last. Just hit the show button on them. The Cali fire most definitely mirrored the. Yep. I agree. The Cali fires are most definitely mirrored the Hawaii fires. I'm not 100% sure what started the Hawaii fires anymore, though. Do you remember? Yeah, I don't really remember what started those fires. Go over to Tanner. Morning, Mr. Tanner McCoy. The Chiefs are going 3 in a row. KC local here. Man, 3 in a row in football is crazy, bro. If they're able to do this, man, the first team in history, the Chiefs. You gotta put them in the top 5 teams ever, man. With the undefeated Miami Dolphins, the New England Patriots, who went undefeated but lost the championship. But they won what 5 Super Bowls, I think. Was it 5 or 6, something like that? I think it was 6 because Brady ended up winning 7, if I'm not mistaken. Why is it offline? I don't know. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a big deal, man. What have we got? Jayla, show that one for me. Uh, how you doing? How you doing, Jayla? Good morning. What else we got? Nothing else. All right, man. Let's keep it going, man. Run the Habari News Weekly going to design.
Just before you do that,
Yeah.
And now,
fires were started by a down power line.
Goodness. See that? I mean, a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's got to be man-made." You never know what happens, man. It's not always man-made. There's all type different things. Go into Bar News Weekly for me.
and now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipling Ellison.
Yo, sponsored by no one at this exact time. If you want to be a sponsor and be a part of Habari Live, our podcast, just give us a call or email us at info@habarientertainment.com, and we will be able to get you going, man, on a nice sponsorship program and package that we think would work for you. So Habari News Weekly brought to you by Habari Entertainment. I'm your host, Damon Dipling Ellison, and I'm joined by Aisha to bring you the latest updates and insightful discussions on the most pressing topics of the week.
Yes. Can you go to TikTok for me, please? Because I'm not sure what's going on. It said that the live was ended.
Live access removed. Wow.
Submit
It's all right. Who cares? Dangerous activities and challenges. Wow. we're talking about Matty Ice. What are they talking
Right.
about? All right, man, whatever. All right, so let's get straight into this news this week, man. We got my co-host here, Aisha, and we're gonna be your guide through the everyday stories and the everyday happenings in our environment community. Your weekly dose of inspiration, innovation, and insightful conversations from the heart of our city, Phoenix, Arizona. Habari Live, where we bring you engaging conversation and inspiring stories from remarkable individuals making a difference in our community. So first, man, we're going to talk about some of these crazy stories that's been going on this week, man. Um, let's see. I don't know why I can't find my way right now. Um, Goodness. I'm almost there. Give me 1 second, folks. Oh, goodness. All the way off. All right.
It should be right after that.
Yeah, it should be right after this. All right. So here we go. Welcome back to Habari News Weekly, like always, where we're going to break down the week's most eye-popping headlines from political drama to the latest controversies. I'm Damon Dipling Ellison, like always. I got Aisha here. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So this week I kind of just wanted to go over a few stories before we hit our main topics for the day, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing that popped up to me this week was the Glendale police. If those of you that are local were watching, the Glendale police did shoot and kill a man this week at a park
Goodness.
while they were attempting to locate a domestic violence suspect. The police officers said that they were called to the area of 47th Avenue in Glendale. And this was just happened just after 7 p.m., where after a woman called the police and had reported that her ex-boyfriend had threatened her with a gun.
Oh my goodness.
When police arrived at the scene, the ex-boyfriend had already left. So officers were now going to look for this guy, right?
Look for him, right.
So officers found a vehicle about 5 minutes away from this lady's home at a nearby park on 47th and Diana. According to the Peoria police, Glendale officers approached the truck but could not see anyone sitting inside due to the vehicle's tent. Officers then noticed that there was a man sitting in a nearby gazebo, and they believed that that was the individual they were looking for.
Oh God, I don't know how they made that connection.
I don't know how they made that connection either, but the police said that they told the man to raise his hands, and in that moment, he made a movement towards his waistband, and the officers shot him.
Goodness.
The man has been identified as 46-year-old Dylan Seaback.
Right. And
he is from Tucson.
He was in the military.
He was a veteran, a dad, and he had just been released from prison 9 days ago, prior to the shooting.
It's so sad, man. You hate to see anybody to go through something like this. Go ahead, switch the camera, bro. And it's tough because the police fight has been all about Black Lives Matter, and something that I've always said, man, and I've always been about is paying attention to this is a everyone problem. I know this thing said Black Lives Matter because a lot of Black people were getting shot and killed by the hands of police at that time.
Right.
But if you look at this problem, it's not a racial issue. And I've said that since day one. This is a police issue. They shoot too fast.
And
it doesn't matter what color you are. They're trying to take you out because they think everybody is a criminal that's trying to kill them. I know it's tough. It's a lot of guns out here, man, in Arizona, and that's because of the laws. But it seems like the citizens have to pay because the laws are a little easier on weapon use and weapon carrying. They think everybody's a murderer, and it's sad, man. I don't. No one wants to see a father, a veteran, come living his life, doing his thing, getting killed by the people who's supposed to be protecting us.
Right.
It's sad.
It is. It is. But I mean, there is some relief for our veterans. It may not be in the form of everything that we're asking for, but the Pentagon this week, they agreed to a historic class action settlement
Mm-hmm.
that will give over 35,000 eligible LGBTQ veterans access to benefits that they were previously denied because of the Defense Department's policies like don't ask, don't tell. Veterans were dismissed under the policies due to their sexual orientation without an honorable discharge. That means that they were not able to reenlist or qualify for certain veterans' benefits.
Right.
And this agreement, if finalized, will now allow the eligible LGBTQ plus veterans discharged between 1980 and 2011
Mm-hmm.
to be able to receive an immediate review and an upgrade to an honorable discharge, as well as request to have discriminatory sexual orientation indicators
Mm-hmm.
removed from their files.
Okay.
So I mean that's really 35,000 veterans
Yeah.
between 1980 and 2011. That's a lot of people
Yeah, definitely.
who aren't getting their benefits, who may have PTSD or whatever other things. So now that they'll be able to get the help that they need.
Okay. You gonna go into the script or?
Hmm?
We got another story.
Yeah.
Which one?
The TikTok ban.
Okay.
And then also this week, the Supreme Court did listen to arguments.
Mm-hmm.
This was yesterday on Friday
Right.
on whether TikTok could be banned in the U.S.
Yeah.
Which the ban is looming as of January 19th.
Look like we just got banned on TikTok.
No, what they did was they hit us with some type of community violation, removed it. He hit the appeal button. Now it's been restored, so he can go live back on there. Yeah, so that's why I told him to hit the appeal button, because you can once you submit an appeal, they'll typically go look at it.
Close that
quick.
out. Let's see.
Close that out, and then you should be able to.
No, you can't. It's all good. I'm not even tripping.
Hmm.
I don't even care anymore.
Me either. Whatever.
It's over with, man.
But the TikTok and US has been fighting each other. And then, at the end of the 2.5 hours of questions, the justices did appear ready to say that, yes, we're going to uphold this ban. It is going to require TikTok to sell.
Well, it doesn't. They said they're not selling.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be an option. So it's going to be bye-bye TikTok.
Yep. I mean, it only affects 170 million Americans.
Oh, that's it. That's half the country.
Right. But, they're come on now. How are you gonna claim freedom is how is a Chinese-based company,
a foreign company can't get freedom of speech?
Freedom of speech,
yeah,
right?
That was automatically.
And we already knew that was a losing argument.
Yes,
so we already know.
Yeah.
Right.
You can go back to her. Yeah, man. My main thing about the TikTok thing is that when it first came out, they told everyone that if you download this application, the Chinese government would have all your information. Nobody cared.
Nobody cared at all.
Nobody cared.
In fact, I saw people posting, "Oh, I don't care that China has my info. I'm just gonna be on here watching videos anyway."
Yeah, nobody cares. No one cares, man. They don't give a crap. They'd rather have TikTok. So, people don't learn until something happens to them that actually messes with their lives. But, I never downloaded it, because it wasn't, I did Vine back in the day. That was cool. I don't need to do that again, man. I'm cool. But
that's exactly what TikTok is. It was just another glorified Vine.
Exactly. That's why I didn't download that shit. So I mean, we used it. We got a little traction on there. We was getting views from the people, you know what I'm saying? But, we have to move on. But it's also tough because, you got Facebook. Facebook is moving to the right, man, nowadays. what they're doing is Elon is. I mean, Zuckerberg. He seems to be on Elon's nuts. I don't know what's going on, but he's copying everything Elon is doing. He's making moves. He's moving like he's Elon. He put Dana White, another Republican strategist, on the board. It looks like Facebook is going full Republican. I don't know what he's looking at, what data he's looking at, but he's feeling as though he needs to embrace the right wing, or if he's just embracing the right wing because he thinks that it's something that he can get
revenue,
from something he can get from Trump, or it's something he wants from Trump that he thinks Trump can do for him. Something in that realm is happening to right now. But Zuckerberg is definitely, he removed his
fact checking.
The fact checking. He said he's going to go to community notes. And a lot of people are not liking the move. Some people are saying it's cool because they weren't really fact checking everything. And things that were getting fact checked wasn't really fair. Then you have the COVID people who are saying that, it should have been okay to say that COVID wasn't good and that COVID was bad and the vaccine was bad, and people should have been able to say that. It's a tough situation, man, but misinformation is what puts Trump in the office. I'm sorry, man.
It is.
It's true. The Republicans don't like it because they like to say whatever, and they don't like to get checked on what they're saying.
And mainstream media companies, news companies,
yeah,
they're all for it. We're not going to fact check him and make sure that we're making sure that everybody is well informed.
Yeah,
they're not doing that anymore.
It doesn't seem like it.
They're waiting until after the fact that now we can tell you what's really going on.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I don't like the way the news is covering Trump at all nowadays.
And they did it when he in 2016 when he ran. He was all over the place. That's the only person that they wanted to talk about.
Yep.
And then this election, what they do? They just wanted to talk about him.
They didn't want to do nothing. They just talked. They talked about the things that he was discussing. They didn't fact check him even on the news most of the time.
Yep.
They just let him say whatever he's going to say. That's crazy to me. The fact that we have this guy who's the president, we used to always fact check information and say if this data correct or not. That's what the media is here for. And for them to give up their jobs and just say, hey, we're not even fact checking anymore. It's kind of crazy to me, man. There's a chat down there. So yeah, and switch it to me when you get a chance. Yes, he doesn't want to be told by the government to monitor speech. I would ask, who would be the fact checker? The FBI. Well, there's a company that was doing the fact checking for them. Independent company. Zuckerberg said that the company was a little too biased, is what he said. He also got upset because his photo of him and his knee injury
didn't go viral.
A lot of people are saying that's the reason why he was upset about this, because he didn't go viral when he wanted to. But the thing is, Zuckerberg, nobody really cares about you, bro. Like, we like Facebook, but we wouldn't mind if you just go the fuck away forever.
He should have been a Tom. Just like on MySpace, you had the little Tom, little character, little eye profile.
Never heard from that dude.
But you never heard from him.
Never. He didn't want all that. He didn't want in the media and all this shit.
He stayed on the back burner.
I wish we can go back to those days so fucking bad. The days of put it on me, bro. The days of the people used to stay out of the fucking spotlight.
Yep.
When the Twitter owners owned Twitter, you didn't know who the hell them people were.
It wasn't until Elon Musk said
nobody
who
the fuck knows the Twitter owner back in the day. Nobody. Now we got Elon Musk. He's all in front of the fucking cameras, all in people's elections. He's in Germany's election. They telling him to get the fuck out. He got far right people that he has on his platform the other day. So he's doing everything to stay in the politics of every country. He want to make decisions for everybody because he got money. You know, it's trash, bro. And I wish that we can go back to the days when these people just stayed the fuck out of the news. You know, Zuckerberg, he comes out and he releases some bullshit trying to blame Joe Biden and them because
I
he
think he
didn't.
also said he was going to scale back his DEI policies too.
Yes, he did. DEI is gone for Facebook. A lot of people are celebrating. A lot of people are happy. DEI is gone. And because they all think of DEI as, oh, black people are getting jobs just because they're showing up black. They have no qualifications. They just show up black and they get a job. DEI. They call Kamala Harris DEI. She was fucking voted in.
Mm-hmm.
She voted in California as a DA. Voted in. She's still as a senator. Still DEI. They call the mayor of LA DEI. How are you fucking DEI if you're fucking voted in?
Right.
How does that work? Like, that's just so fucking. I'm so sick of that DEI word, dog. I damn near want to snap on anybody who say that shit because it's so fucking disrespectful, especially for me, who done been to school, who done did all this shit to get to the spot I am, and somebody just gonna look at me and be like, "Oh, DEI hire."
Yep.
It's annoying as fuck, bro.
Especially when you're in a position where you've
these
had to go to school to get not only an associate's degree, but a bachelor's or a master's degree, and then your coworker could.
He looking at you as a DEI hire.
And he has nothing but a high school education.
Right. That's the people who are complaining the most, the people who have the least education. They got the most to say. They don't like it. Like I say all the time, and I try to explain to these people what this shit is, man. DEI is just that they're going to be fair. Your color will not block you from promotions, interviews, getting a chance to get the job. If you're not qualified, you will not get hired. Just because you're black does not just put you in a position to get jobs.
Right.
Dude, that shit is so super annoying, man. But that's what people want to do. They want to talk about DEI, make sure that black people know that they think that they are dumb as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I saw an article the other day. They were talking about training more minorities to fly airplanes because there's a pilot shortage. There's been a pilot shortage for a while. So they're trying to think of different ways to trying to get people to fly planes. So this is a way that they said, all right, man, we're going to try to go into the minority neighborhoods and give these people we've never gave a chance to learn how to fly planes. What do you think? You already know what the comment section. All this DEI, they're going to, just because you black doesn't mean you should be able to fly a plane. Dog, they said they're going to give training to people. That means that you have to pass the test. You have to make the qualifications. Then you get to fly the plane. You can't
just go out there and just fly a plane.
He's black. Let him in. Look, come on in, sit down. You're going to fly tomorrow. Like, dude, it's so crazy. And these people are with this. Oh, I hate DEI. And all these companies, Walmart, Facebook, they're all McDonald's, phasing out DEI.
Yep.
It's cool, man. It's cool. We always known where the minorities lay in this country and how you feel about us. We already know. I'm saying, when you want to listen to the far right Republicans scream and holler because they don't want to see black people get jobs, they're blaming DEI. They already struck down affirmative action. DEI is gone with most companies. And companies are putting this in. This is not a federal law. They're doing this because they're just saying, hey, we're inclusive. We're not going to exclude people because of their race. It's all DEI is. But people don't like that. Oh, we want them excluded because of their race. They like that better because then they feel as though they have a better chance to make it. They don't want to even field. Those people who sitting around saying they want to even field, they don't like. Really and truly, they don't want that.
No, they don't.
They want their people to get the jobs. But the thing is, bro, that y'all are not getting educated. Just like, Elon Musk and the Republicans love him. He called y'all dumb as fuck. And he said none of y'all are smart enough to be able to keep the jobs and he need to go to India. So these companies go into DEI and they go into all these different minorities because this group is not getting it done right now, unfortunately. So they have to do what they have to do to fill their ranks. Let's go ahead and start it up with buckle up.
Yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and buckle up this week because, we've got everything from Trump's bizarre Greenland fantasy to the California burning while Trump hurls insults on his social platform, Truth Social. Oh, and then we'll also be discussing Jimmy Carter's passing at the age of 100 and how people have been reflecting on his presidency with some revisiting the Panama Canal saga.
Yes, that's right. Let's kick things off with Trump's Greenland ambitions. Yes, you heard me, Greenland. This is what he's been talking about. He hasn't been talking about inflation. He hasn't been talking about grocery prices. He's been talking about Greenland and the Panama Canal. Greenland.
He never said either one of these things during the campaign.
Nah, man. No, he knew nobody was going to vote for that. He's still holding on to this idea of taking over Greenland. Greenland's prime minister, was it the prime minister, came out and said Greenland does not want to be a part of the America.
He said Greenland does not want to be.
You don't want nothing to do. We don't want nothing to do with them.
We do not want to be Americans.
So I mean, he's talking about imposing tariffs on Greenland. I mean, I just don't get the plan here. What does he want to do? Rename it Trump land? I just don't get it. What he's trying to do, bro.
Who knows? But maybe he thinks that he could build another golf course there. I mean, he's famous for those, right? But it's wild that he's still pushing this after being laughed off the global stage.
Right. Exactly.
When he initially floated the idea during his first presidency term.
Man, I don't understand how many people aren't upset about this. Because if this was the person that I voted for, I would be beyond pissed.
This is not what I voted you in office for.
It's not what you ran on, bro.
Not what you ran on.
It's not what he ran on. Speaking of wild ideas, let's talk about the Panama Canal, man. Jimmy Carter, the 39th president of the United States, he passed away this week at the remarkable age of 100. Many people are remembering him for his humanitarian work, but of course, others are bringing up the canal controversy, claiming he sold it for $1. He did. He did it to help out Panama. And, we're talking about taking it back. I don't really understand the strategies behind what we're trying to do. A lot of people, don't really care about what they're doing. I think they're talking about trade and trade routes, and China bringing in a lot of things in from the Panama Canal. It's for 40, 50 years, we've been okay with this. It's been all right that it's been in the Panama people's hands. I don't understand what is the big deal now that we're trying to move to take it away from them. And looks like this is what he's going to try to do. I'm like I said, I'm not 100% sure what's behind it. We're going to look more into it, but I just think it's a fool's idea, man. And again, this is not what he ran on.
We need the canal for economic security.
Yeah,
economic security. That's what we need the canal for.
Who are they trying to secure it? Like I think it's China that they're trying to keep out of the Panama Canal. And that's the securities they think, because I think they are bringing a lot through the canal that's probably going to South America and Central America. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we buy a lot of products from China too. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's tough, man. We put ourselves in a tough situation here. It's on you.
I mean, and under Trump, ever the opportunist. He brought the canal up as a way to jab at Carter.
Check.
It's as if he's trying to rewrite history to paint himself as a more decisive leader by comparison. He's always trying to compare himself to somebody, right?
Yeah.
But Carter's legacy is much deeper than one issue. He was a man of principle, even if his decisions weren't always popular.
Yeah, man. What, Terry Bell, you got to get the drugs over here. This is the biggest market for it. Afghanistan to Mexico to US plus Canada. Okay. So it's I'm not sure what you're saying. You got to get the drugs over here. Are you talking about illegal drugs? Or are you talking about drugs that are prescriptions that's coming to other places? I'm not sure what you mean on that. I would like to, if you can discuss that more on that, Terry Bell.
AJ said should have never sold it. We did.
I've never, AJ, I've never really looked into why Jimmy Carter did that. I mean, that's a long time ago, man. But I'm thinking, I mean, Jimmy Carter, he had a tumultuous term, one term. A lot of people were upset with a lot of the moves he made. So I'm not 100% sure why he sold it. I would like to look more into it, but I don't understand why it hasn't came up in the last 40 years until Trump says anything. No other president has said anything about this until Trump. So I don't know if it's a big problem. If no one ever cared, Reagan didn't care. I don't remember Reagan talking about it when I was a little bitty kid, but I don't remember him talking about it. I don't remember Clinton talking about it. I don't remember the first Bush or the second Bush talking about it. So it's kind of tough for me to be like, oh, this is so pertinent when 40, 50 years went by and nobody said anything. So, if, especially coming from different places. Okay. Yeah. Drugs definitely coming from around the world. And, the Panama is huge. We got everyone sending stuff through there. So maybe he's trying to shut it down so we can be able to make more money off. I'm not sure, man. But we're going to see in the coming days what is his strategy, what exactly he's trying to do. I don't know if he's going to just be able to easily just take it over. If they don't want us to have it, they don't have to give it back. But I don't know. I just think that we're destroying relationships that we've built for decades. And we're going after Canada. He's laughing at Trudeau. He's the Mexican president is making fun of us, talking about we're going to make Americas into Mexico. We got the Canadians making fun of us, talking about they don't want nothing. They don't want to be the 51st state. It's really, man. It's been a mess so far, man. And he ain't even in office yet, bro. So, True. Meanwhile, back in Trump's world, he's been stirring up drama left and right. He and former Vice President Mike Pence crossed paths this week at Jimmy Carter's funeral, and they were able to shake hands. He was sitting next to Obama. They was laughing it up. So a lot of people was like, "I told you that they all cool." Dog, if you sitting next to somebody at a funeral, you really gonna be a dick to him? I mean,
Right.
It's a fucking funeral, man. You're gonna be cordial to him. They're like, "Oh, look, all of them on the same side. I told y'all." They had one laugh
But
together.
there were times where everybody was coming in, I did see Trump just walk past a few people without shaking their hands.
Yeah, most people didn't want to mess with Trump. Most people don't like him.
Exactly.
Most of the people didn't even look up at him.
At all.
The Clintons, they didn't even look at that dude. They didn't shake his hand. They didn't want nothing to do with this dude because he brings so much divisiveness. What is Biden doing to help Abby of this right now? Well, I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what that means, AJ.
About this right now.
About what
is Biden doing to help any of this right now? That's what that was supposed to say.
Well, Biden, I believe he's doing what needs to be done. Like right now, he's focusing on California. He's doing a lot of bills to try to block Trump from getting everybody out of here that's from different countries. He blocked him from shipping out 800,000 people that are here from probably the people that's been coming from Haiti.
800,000 people that he just extended their stay for.
Yeah, and that's the first one. Trump was going to try to kick them out.
Yep.
So we'll see where is Kamala to help other than asking for $40 donations, still with millions missing. Yeah, AJ, okay, bro. Yeah, man. Kamala, y'all like to talk about the donations and all this crap, but Trump is one of the richest people in the nation.
Why he ain't helping nobody? Why he ain't pouring his millions of dollars to help people out?
What is hypocritical about what we're saying, man? Mister, you live in California. What's being destroyed in California, AJ? Except the fires. And the fires are raging in California, Mr. AJ, and your president is laughing instead of helping. I've seen people send money to help in California, and he hasn't sent a dime. Elon hasn't sent a dime. These are Americans, bro. There shouldn't be a division of, oh, they're in California, fuck them. That's fucked up. There's Republicans in California too. Why are these guys not doing anything to help out? Instead, they're just making it worse. They're compounding the issues.
Blaming somebody else.
Blaming everybody, pointing a finger. This is the reasons why I didn't want this dude in the presidency in the first place. Because that's trash. It's on you.
He'd rather point fingers than to help out.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. And did you see Pence's wife at the funeral?
Yeah.
She was not having it at all. She refused to shake Trump's hand. And honestly, can you blame her? I don't. But this is the same guy who stood by while a mob was chanting.
Go ahead, go to her.
Hang Mike Pence during the January 6th insurrection.
Right.
He was standing by, saying nothing.
Right.
Doing nothing. While you American people were chanting, hang Mike Pence, his vice president.
Hey, man.
And his vice president didn't want to have nothing to do with him this time.
Right. Who wouldn't? The problem, bro, is this. We are Americans. It shouldn't just be it's on the Dems right now. This is America. When things go wrong, the country comes together. This new division shit that y'all got going on, or just the Dems, stick it to the Dems. This is bull. It has never been like this in this country until now. And who is sowing this division? Trump. Every time he get a chance, he's talking down on somebody. Every time he get a chance, he's pointing fingers. Pelosi, Newsom. Like, dog, it doesn't matter. These are Americans that are hurting. Go and save them. Go and help them. Why would we not help them just because they have a different view of things?
I'm sorry, Mr. H. Do you not remember Trump hurling
paper towels
at people who were
Rico? Don't do nothing.
They were in the middle of a crisis, a flood.
Bro, he has no sympathy for people. Straight up.
So I hope your house burned down.
He has no sympathy.
And then you got to ask for some sympathy for somebody else.
At all, man. I mean, a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted Trump dead.
They did. They tried to kill him 3 times. So obviously, something they.
And I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if somebody attempted another attempt while he was president.
You guys are pathetic and will be going nowhere. Get off your mic and head to California. Go help because you're yapping. I'm not a firefighter and I don't have any money, AJ. But I hope the best for you all out there in California, man. Regardless if you're Republican and regardless if I agree with your ideology or not, you do not want to see people suffer. So hopefully you're not near any of the fires. And good luck to you, brother. There's to do something. He's there to do something they all don't want to do. And it's not fitting to all or some the politicians. The black people are being destroyed, and the fire is also a money grab. Wow, that's some crazy accusations, man. They're losing billions of dollars because of the fire. I don't know if this is a money grab when insurance companies don't even want to pay out for a lot of the things that are happening and burning in California right now. A lot of people are just going to lose their homes because they didn't have insurance because it was too expensive. I'm seeing that the policies were going for like $1,200 a month.
Instead of blaming the insurance companies for dropping your fire insurance on your home, you're going to blame the governor. When it's a insurance company, a private entity that has nothing to do with government that decided, nah, we're not going to cover you if a natural disaster happens. We're not going to cover you if a fire or flood happens.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're just going to have to use your own money to build your own house again. Good luck.
Yeah, man. It's tough, man. I don't do that. Like I said, AJ, man, I'm not into the sowing division, man, in a time like this when California is going through so much. Anytime there's a school shooting and anybody says, hey, what are we doing? What are we doing about the gun laws?
Nothing.
The first thing the Republicans say is don't make this about politics. But California is burning, and the first thing y'all do is make it about
politics.
First thing. We say, hey, man, maybe we should do something about the gun laws. Nope. Nope. Go ahead, put it on me, bro. We don't want to do that. I mean, dog, we got to do better, man. We got to do better, man. So, Trap God, the government and the rich people set up the fires. They're trying to be smart cities. They're going to be, my brother. Hey, I respect your opinion, bro, but they're losing $50 billion. I don't think that this is going to be any plus for them. This is a minus. This isn't a plus.
How does the government starting fires help the government if they're losing $50 billion?
How do you think the fire companies know to do that? Because the government told him to, is the rich against the poor. No one's in between. That's very true. I agree with you. It's the rich against the poor. But I don't think they're going to set their homes on fire to gain anything. Sometimes shit just happens, man. It's just not always a plan. It's not always a conspiracy.
Can you blame a hurricane on government control?
I mean, for real,
Does
man.
the government control hurricanes?
You had 100 miles per hour winds out there. You can't blame it on companies and make it a conspiracy.
And that's what they're doing.
There's a lot of people who are losing everything. And Hawaii is not built back right now.
Right.
You know how many years it's going to take to rebuild that stuff?
They're still rebuilding.
How much money is being lost? It's too much money being lost. This is not a conspiracy, man. I'm an independent. No one needs to lose their life behind politics, Dem or Republican. But if something was to happen to Trump, the economy would collapse and be prepared for civil war. Pray up. And I doubt it'd be a civil war. But I hope nothing happens to Trump, man. But, I mean, people tried to kill him 3 times. Obviously, something is going on. And also, we got Trump does as much as he can to, like I said, sow division. Mm-hmm. He's calling people names, scum. Like, bro, come on, man. We have to do better, man. This dude can say whatever he wants, and everybody else faces consequences, except him.
He gets no punishment, no fact check, no nothing. Gets away with everything, and no one cares.
Trap Guy says it is about the politics. America is a corporation. This is a business. America is not a corporation. Only thing America does is collect taxes. They don't sell anything. Private companies sell the products, not America. Insurance companies are private companies, private entities. And they stopped covering a lot of people in California because
6 months ago,
their investigations showed them that they were going to lose a lot of money if another fire hit that area. Yeah. So they took away a lot of policies out there and stopped covering.
They didn't want to have to pay for it if another fire happened.
They don't want to pay for it because they're going to lose a lot of money. They're going to lose. So that's why they stopped covering a lot of these people, a lot of these rich people, a lot of the poor. They just lost their house, man. So it's really tough, man. So then why they give money to Ukraine like it ain't nothing? Well, the Ukraine money is coming from the military budget.
From the defense budget.
So, and that's one of the largest budgets in the world. We also, by doing that, giving money to Ukraine, we're also giving money to private companies, defense companies that build missiles, planes, tanks. They build all these things. They're making a lot of money off of this. These private entities are making money off these wars. We giving them money, but they're getting products from us. The money is coming from the products that we are giving to the people that we are buying it from and sending it over to them. So private companies are making a lot of money off of these wars. I know everybody looks at it like, oh man, but the thing is, this money was going to be spent and sent to private companies regardless. It's not going to come to you, bro. That money that's being sent to Ukraine will never trickle down to us. No matter how much y'all say it, it ain't coming to us, bro. Never. They would rather spend that money than give it to some other rich motherfuckers. It ain't never coming to us. This is the only place in the world where it has a fire season at this time every year.
I'm going to tell you, you are wrong, because no, America is not the only country with a fire season. Many other countries around the world experience significant wildfire activity during specific times of the year. including Canada, Australia, parts of Europe like Greece and Portugal, South America, making fire season a global phenomenon rather than unique to the United States.
Man, you got to read more news, man. It's happening everywhere around the world. Climate change is an issue. I know a lot of people don't believe in it, so that's why they're coming up with all these conspiracies and different things. Climate change is real, man, and we really have an issue. We have to change the way that we are living. It's easy to point fingers and just say, oh, it's God, oh, it's Jesus, oh, it's people setting the fires, oh, it's companies. I've heard all the conspiracies, man. But we won't go to the real thing that we need to get off oil. We need to stop burning coal. We need to change the way that we've been living. We've been burning this shit since 1900 something.
Yep.
So let's do something, man. Instead of just sitting around complaining, most of us don't even believe in climate change and wouldn't do anything to do anything about that. United States is a corporation, not America. The Americas is all of the countries, but the United States, I mean, like I said, man, they collect tax money, so they do want to see their businesses do well, so they can collect more taxes. I believe that, but do I believe that the country does things to make sure that these companies are doing well? They make natural disasters for the insurance companies can make. No, man, I don't believe that. Are there politicians that are doing things to help companies because the companies have waxed and their pockets and gave them money and lobbied them? Yes, I believe that happens. But do I think that the whole country as a whole is doing all this crazy shit to its people just for these private? No, I don't believe that. There are politicians who are bad and living for themselves and other companies. I believe that. Donald Trump is one of them. He cares about nothing but his pockets.
This is where they're getting I don't know where they're getting this information from, but all you got to do is a simple Google search, people. The Organic Act of 1871 consolidated and restructured the District of Columbia, so DC, government. It did not make the U.S. government a corporation. An anti-government extremist group called Sovereign Citizens spread conspiracy theory that the law transformed the government into a corporation.
Papa Duck has the video on the bombs that went off before the fire started. Bro, if bombs went off, Papa Duck wouldn't be the only person that knows that these bombs went off.
Right.
The fire department, all the helicopters that's been out since Wednesday would have saw all of these bombs. They've had helicopters out for the last week, but they haven't seen all these bombs and shit go off. No one's seeing all these bombs go off. No one's seeing all these fires being set. Everybody's saying, hey, the data looks like it's the wind and the embers from the wind that's setting these fires.
Right.
But a dude on Facebook says a bomb and we should believe him. We're listening to the firefighters on the fucking ground, man. And this is what they're telling us. I can't take data and just say, oh, this is what, I can't do that. We're a news company. So that's not what we do. We believe in the truth and we have to go with the truth. We can't go with conspiracies. This is your problem watching the news. The risk controls everything that you learn from the news, from the movies, to what's being played on the radio station. That's a big conspiracy, man. It's you sound like you live in a communistic state, but we're not communists. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a big one, man. Donald Trump is the best president we had. Yeah, I need to stop watching the news. Hey, you have your opinions, my brother. I respect everybody's opinions, but I do not think Donald Trump is the best president we've had. Go and look up and
Hollywood mocks God, then this happens.
Oh goodness. Look at the numbers, man. Look what the media and every other politician ranked Trump in his first term. He was ranked as the worst president in the history of America. Trump did not do anything but hurt our country when he was in there the first time. The tariffs did not help. It hurt us. We lost jobs under Trump, and we turned into a country that is ever divided, and we are even more divided today. Now, I mean, it's weird for a guy named Trap Guy to be voting for Trump. I think that's weird. But hey, that's your business, man. Do your thing, brother. I respect everybody's opinions, but he doesn't care about the ghetto. He doesn't care about the hood. He don't care about trap houses. He don't care about anything that's going on with the black neighborhood, bro.
Nope.
He ain't never, ever talked about doing anything to help black people. It's really surprising
Wasn't he
to see how many went and vote for him.
accused of discrimination against black people?
Definitely. But, people don't care, man. This dude can get away with anything. Trump has one term, Mr. AJ, 4 years, man. This dude is up out of here. He's gone. And I can't wait. We're going to see what y'all next Messiah is going to be that can't do anything wrong.
Because y'all can't claim Trump as the Messiah no more.
Yeah, I'm not dividing anybody. I want to bring the country together. So the audacity is astounding. And let's not forget Trump's latest legal drama. He was found guilty on 34 felony counts for falsifying business records. This is the crazy part, that this guy can just get away with crimes and people like AJ will just gloss over it. The man could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue, like he said, and get away with it. And y'all will be like, oh, he
didn't do it.
He probably needed to shoot him. I don't know. Trump's great. He can do no wrong, man. My politics, when Joe Biden pardoned his son, I disagreed. Do you ever disagree with Trump?
No, they don't.
Do you ever say Trump is wrong about anything?
No, they don't.
Do you ever stand up against Trump and say, hey, man, that was wrong?
No, they don't.
I thought that was wrong what Biden did, even though I voted for him. I thought that was wrong. I didn't agree with that. Even though I do believe that the Republicans were railroading that man, he still was found guilty. So you can't just gloss over it. This dude felt 34 felony accounts for falsifying business records in the hush money case involving an adult film star. But here's the kicker. No fines, no prison, no penalties. Now, all of y'all Republicans were so pissed off because Joe Biden's son wasn't going to jail. But you're okay with this, though.
They're okay.
Yeah.
Hunter Biden should have been thrown under the jail.
Right.
But it's okay that Trump gets to miss prison.
Right.
Miss jail time. No punishment.
Right.
It's unbelievable. And he gets an unconditional discharge.
It's on him, her G.
Imagine anyone else in America walking away from 34 felony convictions.
Right.
Like it never happened. It's the ultimate proof that accountability is a foreign concept to not only Trump, but to those of the people around him.
The entire Republican Party. So while Trump dodges consequences, California is battling this devastating wildfire. And what is Trump doing? He's blaming the governor, Gavin Newsom, on Truth Social, calling Gavin New Scum. Real presidential, huh? That's real presidential. This dude is 80 years old, man.
82.
And he's still acting like this. He acts like a fucking teenager, calling people names online.
He acts like he's 10 years old.
Man,
he's not even a teenager.
Biden just made way more, and he was a bigger criminal. What crime was Biden
convicted of?
What was he convicted of? What crime was that? Because if he was committed of a crime, I'm hey man, there's no way in the world. We want that dude out of there. We don't want criminals representing our country.
But y'all okay with criminals representing the country, but you're not okay with a criminal having the job that you work at.
If Biden did some criminal shit, I'm against him. If he was caught, if he was a criminal, I'm against him.
The documents he kept was criminal.
He did keep those documents,
but he admitted to it too.
He admitted to it. He was fully transparent, unlike Trump. But go ahead.
Because the name calling is exactly what people in crisis need, right? Trump claimed that Newsom refused to sign a water restoration declaration that could have prevented the fires. But experts quickly call out his nonsense.
Nonsense. But everybody believed it, though. Bro, get a life. Your whole life. Whole spell H-O.
This dude can't even spell.
All right, Jimmy Frederick. Your whole life only blaming others for all your hardships. Stop blaming others and take responsibility for you. It's crazy that the right love to say this, and this is something you guys love to say, especially when you see a black face. Nobody's blaming anybody over here. We're not blaming anyone. Trump is the one that blamed people when their city was burning up. He started blaming people.
Right.
I'm not blaming anyone. I'm saying let's be grown-ups and help each other out. California needs help, not name calling. So let's do something to make sure that the people who are suffering are getting the help they need. You would think that Elon Musk, he's had places in California. He ain't said shit about California because he don't care.
Nope.
These people are wild, man. And, a lot of people, I saw a lot of people talking about God, like the person posted earlier, that the judgment of God is going to take Hollywood. What about the normal people that's living there? They deserve to die too, just because they live in Hollywood? We got people celebrating that this shit is on fire. Like, this is, man, we got to do better. We got to be better, man. We got to do better. I'm not blaming. I'm saying do better. Our leaders have to be better. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, my bad. Just because I'm from the hood, I know exactly what Trump has done for the hood. You are misled. Pay rate for minimum wage jobs didn't go up into. Oh my God, that's my brother. Republicans are 100% against pay wages, bro.
Raising pay wages.
100%. Like 100% against pay. Anytime we get a pay raise, who do you think of the people are crying, talking about the pay rates are going too much, going up too much is going to raise our prices? Yeah, I mean, for real, Joe, you got to come on, man. You can't just be like just saying shit. Republicans hate pay raises for normal people. They will do anything they can to block that shit. Look at every Republican state across the country and see that do they not have the lowest minimum wage in the country?
Right.
Look at it. They are against it, man. At least do something. Go do a little looking, man. Democratic states have the highest minimum wage in the country, not Republican states. In some Republican states, they're still saying $7 an hour, bro.
Because the federal minimum wage is still $7.35.
And they still roll with that shit. And it has
not budged in over 30 years.
That's real. And they and try to put it in place, and the Republicans will block it instantly.
Not only that, just a few months ago, we were on here talking about how Arizona wanted to be able to pay their tipped workers $2 an hour.
Right.
Versus paying them $15 an hour a workable wage.
No, I'm not ignoring
and have them, you got to make tips in order to make your pay.
Right. We're not blocking you, bro. We see your comments. Your co-host just said she wants my house to burn down. That's insane. Ain't nobody said anything like that. We don't care what political way you lean. We want all people to survive out of there, man. This fighting over views is crazy. And like I said, man, that's our leader. Trump is leading us that way. He's leading us into this fighting at all times. There should be a time that the president brings the people together, not calling people scum. That's what we want, man. We want a country that's together, man. President Trump should be bringing everyone together
during this time of crisis for California, but
that's
he is not doing
period.
That. He is instead pointing fingers and saying that it's Newsom's fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's the mayor's fault. It's everybody else's fault. People are setting the fires.
Hey, man, Terry Bell, I don't know if he's better than what we've having. I don't know. From going off his first term and the way things went under his first term, all the fighting, all the name calling, losing of jobs, the way he handled he handled COVID, and Joe Biden had to come in after COVID and try to get life back together. And it's very hard, man. We've been through a hard time since 2000. And I know a lot of people are hurt. A lot of people lost a lot because of COVID. A lot of people don't care. I got to be delusional as Carrot Hill because I'm, oh, goodness. Whatever. This is our opinions here at Habari Entertainment, and our opinions do not, they're not, it's us. This is what we see, and we try to go off the information that is given from the news, the media. We try not to make up things. We try not to lie about anything that's going on. We want to be straightforward about all information. You guys are now reaching. Do the comparison, not say it. Bring the facts. What is the difference between their governance? The difference between their governance is one person has respect for others and the other does not. The other difference between their governance is Trump believes in conspiracy theories, and he helps the people that are far right conspiracy kooks. The people in the Democratic Party do not deal with that. Biden does not tweet talking trash about people. California had issues, he was there. Florida had issues, they were there. Yeah, man. Yeah, you can, AJ, you can believe he number one. That's fine. He's the president. That's fine, man. You can have your opinions. A lot of people agree. They love what he's doing. I'm just one of them that don't. Mm-hmm. The news is not Democrat ran. Black Lives Matters was not funded by George Soros. I mean, it's so crazy how you guys care about so much about the Black Lives Matter riots, but you do not care about the
January 6th insurrection riots.
Man, that's nothing. And they don't care about Black lives either.
Nope.
So, the people was out there fighting because, they wanted attention to things that they thought should have more eyes on it. And just like when we started the show talking about the white man who was shot out here.
Yep. The white man that was unarmed, shot by Glendale police.
Right. Everybody should be out here, man, trying to make sure that the police aren't killing any people, man. It doesn't matter what color they are. Everybody wants to go home, man, after getting pulled over. You shouldn't just get shot up every time you run into these people. We all have common enemy, and Trump is not the enemy. Satan is sitting back laughing behind the scenes. We need to wake up and understand, man, to a lot of people, Trump is Satan. And the way he was tweeting on Truth Social, talking trash while everybody's house was burning up, that's a Satanistic move, man. Most people were tweeting, help the California.
Right.
We hope they pray for California. He's not tweeting that. He's talking about fuck Gavin Newsom. Like, dog, this is trash. And I don't know how any of you guys can you can feel okay with this and what's going on. So Mark Goldwater, the scarcity director for the Natural Resource Defense Council, called Trump's comments irresponsible. He pointed out that California has the most water stored in its system in the history of California, bro. And he's sitting around telling the people they don't have enough water, and Gavin Newsom fucked it up.
Right.
These fires aren't about water. They're about the ongoing impacts of climate change, something that Donald Trump doesn't believe in. It's probably going to take us out the Paris Accords again.
He is. And I mean, Gold also said, and I quote, tying Bay Delta management into devastating wildfires that have cost people's lives and homes is nothing short of irresponsible. The science is clear. Climate change is intensifying these disasters, not water policies.
I mean, I have not heard that Pelosi turned down the National Guard. I would have to read up on that. I cannot say that I know anything about that. The charges against Trump were crap, I guess, but he was found guilty of those charges by a jury. You guys believe any other jury in the world when a person is found guilty. So I don't understand why this jury that found him guilty does not count. All these criminalities things the charges against Trump. What's the next one? All these criminality things that's been on the U.S. for all these years. I guess. Where the fuck have you been? All right. Look up Saudi's growing. Let me see. Look up the Saudis growing in the desert of AZ. Where they get that water? All right, bro. The water is coming from and while Trump's ranting about Northern California water supplies, he doesn't clearly understand how the system works. I can tell you where the water come from. Most of Los Angeles water doesn't even come from the Delta. It comes from the aqueducts like the Owens Valley system and the Colorado River. They don't get the water from, I don't know what you're talking about, the deserts of Arizona, but
But here's the thing. Trump's comments aren't about facts. They're about sowing division and scoring cheap political points. Meanwhile, Gavin Newsom is addressing the crisis, focusing on the people that are affected and the resources that are going to be needed to rebuild these communities.
That's real, man. It's a stark contrast. One leader is working to help people through a tragedy, and the other is using this moment to air out petty grievances.
Yep. And let's not forget the backdrop to all of this. The ongoing impacts of climate change. These wildfires are a direct result of rising temperatures, drought conditions, and years of environmental mismanagement. It's not as simple as pointing fingers at water allocations.
Exactly. And while Trump gets, go ahead, switch it to me, bro. Exactly. And while Trump gets a pass in the court on the social media, and the rest of us are left dealing with the real world consequences of his divisive rhetoric.
Remote in the drawer.
No, it's not. It's up there. The Sony one.
Okay. The Sony one.
Just hand it to me. Thank you. Yeah. So grow some balls. Biden is a part of the cabal. Biden has left Americans behind in Afghanistan and Israel. As he is not president, he's a joke. You can't put out a fire without water too. Yeah, for sure. You can't put out a fire without water. He did do a bad job of leaving Afghanistan. That was definitely bad. He did not do a good job of doing that. I 100% agree with you on that. He could have did better in the Afghanistan pullout, but he promised he was going to get out of there. I didn't like how they handled it. That was horrible. Is it? Yeah. And as the country faces real wildfires, change, and economic challenges, we're reminded why leadership matters. And why we have to have good leaders, man. And I think that, Gavin Newsom hasn't made all correct decisions. He's had some bad moves, but I think he's doing a good job considering.
I do too. I mean, given the fact that they refuse
to clean up the forest. So there's no Republicans in charge in California. There's no Republicans. So I mean, this shit about cleaning up the forest might be the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my world, AJ. Like, what is this? That I remember Trump said it last time he was in there. We supposed to be sweeping the forest. What the fuck are y'all talking about, man? What are y'all talking about, bro? Straight up, man. I don't know what y'all talking about, sweeping the forest, man. You can do controlled burning, but you people have to understand that some controlled burning can be consequential, where the burning gets out of hand and it starts burning up things that they don't want to burn. So burning is not just something that they just do all the time. It has to be planned well. It's a problem. You can't just do that. You can't just burn everywhere, man. Y'all know better than the white people that raise your hand trying to use the word conspiracy theories when someone actually think about the situation instead of going with the news, say y'all are sad. Hey, man, look, man. I can only go with the proof that's coming out, bro. I can't just go out with whoever's making up whatever they're saying on their fucking Twitter or Facebook. I can't do that, man.
Right. And here's
you got to go off what is being reported, my brother. Right. That's the way you do it.
And here's to the ones that are saying controlled burning, sweep the forest. Controlled burning, also called prescribed burning,
right,
does not always succeed. While the vast majority of these
I know you're talking about the dead bush, Mr. AJ,
are conducted successfully. There's always a risk of fire escaping its intended boundaries due to changing weather conditions, such as the Santa Ana winds.
Right. 100 miles per hour winds. I know y'all want to talk about brushing over, but y'all will keep on ignoring the 100 miles per hour winds. Y'all just keep, we ain't going to talk about that.
And here's another little tidbit for you. The U.S. Forest Service estimates that 4,000 to 5,000 prescribed burns are completed annually by the federal land management agencies.
Right.
And the agency states that these controlled or prescribed burns
Mm-hmm.
are 99% successful, meaning that they do remain contained within a predetermined area.
Yeah, yeah.
But when there are conditions like the Santa Ana winds, you're having hurricane style wind, it's
Exactly.
hard to keep those specific burns contained.
That's real. So we got, Kiara said all politicians are pro-Israel, brought and paid for puppets. Well, a lot of American politicians are going to be pro-Israel because we were a big part of setting Israel up in the Middle East. So we're always going to be in Israel's corner. Unfortunately, because I don't agree with everything that Israel does. I will give it to Biden for saying that some of the things that they have done is bad. Switch it to me, bro. But I do not think that Trump would do any different. He is way more pro-Israel than Biden is. At least Biden was had the nuts to say, "Hey, can you guys stop killing everybody, please?
Right.
Stop doing something, man." But hey, if you think that the Trump, he moved the embassy that he wasn't supposed to move. He did a lot of things for Israel that a lot of presidents refused to do, and Trump came in there and went 100% pro-Israel.
Yep.
They're always going to be with Israel, man, because, like I said, man, Israel was set in place because of World War II and because of decisions that were made by America and British, and this is something that they're going to always stand with, man. A lot of people not going to agree with it, but it doesn't really matter if you agree. This is the way it is, and the way it's going to be, man. It's like I said, I don't agree with a lot of things that Israel's on. They are very far right group right now, and I don't agree with what Israel is doing. But hey, America's going to be there for them. They're never going to let them boys just get blew out the water and watch the people from the Middle East blow all them up. So it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is, man. We don't go into making excuses for anyone.
Right.
But this is the way it's been since 1944.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about these rich people? It's not all rich people.
And that's what they think. They think that everybody that lives in California is rich because of one small section called Hollywood.
It's a lot of people that are poor in California, man. I know it's hard to believe that, but there are normal people in California. When North Carolina and Florida had their hurricanes and things, we talked about them, and we talked about them getting help. We don't care about your political views. We want you to get help. I don't understand what's weird about that. These weirdos, how the hell did they know a fire was coming? How did they do?
They're supposed to be able to predict a wildfire.
Nobody's controlling the fires, bro. We have fires in Arizona. That one is burning in Arizona right now. Why ain't that y'all calling that controlled? We have fires every year. Don't hear you motherfuckers coming to do anything to help us. We got a fire in Payson right now.
Right now.
And y'all talking about the fire in California. Was that set by somebody? People's houses are burning in Arizona every year. And y'all sitting around talking about California and what's burning there and the rich people.
Oh, I'm in California. The winds aren't 130 miles per hour. Man. What the fuck? You're not in Santa Ana, are you?
Man, dude, look, man. Hey. Israel is our ally. Why would we not go with Israel? Why would we go with Palestine? Who would murder each and several one of us if they had a chance? Hey, hey, man, look, not all Palestinians are crazy, but we do have I think it's Hamas that's from there, and they probably would murder each and every one of us. But we're not gonna. There's normal citizens there too. There's normal people, man. But they do. That's a hard subject, man, and I don't really like getting into that stuff. That's why I try not to talk about the Middle East, because it's just too much craziness over there and too much hate, and I don't really like talking about it because both sides I disagree with. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mm-hmm. I disagree with Israel, and I disagree with Palestine on what they did to kill those people who was at that concert. I don't agree with it, man. But that's a tough subject, man. I'll give it to Biden. Well, you know what Biden thinks about you, but I don't think that you may just have a chance of being as smart as them white kids. Definitely words from Biden. I don't know what you're talking about. But I know that he had some stuff he said about busing back in the 70s, racial jungle, he said, and everybody took that as he was being racist. Never seen anything or proof that Joe was racist. He did
Well,
his
that's true, but Trump's not doing time because the judge gave him unconditional discharge.
right. Sleepy Joe wanted to lock up every African American. Hey, look, man, that's he couldn't lock up every African American Matt, because every African American was not selling crack. But that's a good try though. I mean that bill was definitely bad. Bill Clinton definitely did a bill that did not help the community. It definitely hurt more than it helped. And I disagree with everything that they did when it comes to that bill back in the 90s. It was bad, and a lot of people went away, and a lot of people paid the price.
Yep.
And I disagree 100% on Clinton them. I didn't agree that y'all blamed Hillary Clinton and y'all want to blame Biden. A lot of black people wanted those bills, man. A lot of black people voted to make it tougher, to have tougher sentences for crack cocaine because of the bad murder rates that we were having in the 90s. 500-600 people dying every year. Switch the camera, bro, to me, please. A lot of people were dying every year, man. And a lot of people wanted to get out of that. So a lot of people wanted, they pressed Bill Clinton to
sign that bill,
to sign a bill to give these people
mandatory minimums
because they were sick of the crack crime back in the 90s. And it was really bad, man. Every city was seeing 500-600 murders every year. So, the crack thing stopped. I'm happy that it did stop, but I am upset because I lost family members, man, that was in jail, but they did also have a choice. They didn't have to sell crack too, man.
Okay, Miss Yum Yum. You came across the article 3 days before the fires talking about the Santa Ana winds. Just because they're having high winds does not mean
that it was going
wildfire.
Doesn't mean it's going to automatically be a fire.
That's not an automatic connection, correlation.
Yes, definitely. They knew the windstorms were coming, but that did not automatically mean that there was going to be a firestorm. That means there's going to be windstorms.
High winds.
No one planned that there was going to be a fire. I don't know. You can't plan for a natural fire, man. You can't plan for that. I know y'all was cussing the mayor out because she was in Ghana, and y'all like, oh, why did you leave?
For a business trip.
Why would she leave for a windstorm? Why would she stay here for a windstorm? That's goofy.
Like, do y'all not live through earthquakes and every other natural disaster?
Right.
And
there's all type natural disasters that happen, man. What do you mean? Which one is what? How are we flipping? They have American hostages from when they invaded Israel. They want to take a technical outside event, and they weren't just dragging people. I'm not sure. Okay.
Let's move on to the hot mess.
Let's do the hot mess real fast, man, because we could talk about this all day. Let's go. We're going to talk about just this hot mess real fast. There isn't a video for this, so don't worry about it. So just put it on her.
Yeah. Y'all always want to say that the police don't never do nothing wrong, right?
Right.
They like to say the police could do no wrong.
Some people say that.
Yes. A lot of people say that. But this week, a Florida cop is out of work after a wild incident.
Oh, yeah.
Caught on his own body camera. Captured. Wow. He slammed his patrol car into a fully stopped vehicle. While he was distracted by porn on his phone.
Wow.
The video shows Lake County Sheriff's Deputy Tristan McComber slamming into another vehicle, his airbag deploying on impact. Moments later, on his cameras, you can see him outside of the car. Then he goes to pick up his phone from the floor, and he casually tosses it back into the seat before he goes to check on the other victim in which he crashed into.
Right.
Then he tried to lie about it and say, He was in a group chat with his co-workers looking at inappropriate content.
Watching porn.
After it comes out that, oh, we have your body cam footage. Oh, my bad.
So you know he's fired.
Fired.
He's done. You have another one?
You can't be looking at porn while
That's
you're on your
that's the
personal
only one,
device.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. That's the Hollywood hot mess. Let's go into sports real fast. Now go to design. Yeah. The third one. There you go.
Habari Sports.
Appreciate you guys commenting and everything. It doesn't matter which way you lean. We just love to have the discussions, and I appreciate everybody talking. Even AJ, I appreciate you, bro. So what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Habari Sports. I'm your host, Damon Ellison, and we're going to break down last night's thriller, well, the night before thriller in the desert, where the Phoenix Suns outlasted the Atlanta Hawks 123 to 115. Let's get straight into it. Phoenix came to play the night before. Finally, we've been looking like straight trash. And, you know, I went on a rant about how much we sucked the other day. So Phoenix came to play led by Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker. Beal dropped 25 points coming off the bench in one of his most efficient performances of the season, hitting 11 of 16 from the field. And get this, he's still adjusting to coming off the bench. If this adjustment, I can't wait to see him at full throttle. I thought he looked pretty good coming off the bench. Bill hit a layup at the buzzer. That was cool. Bill capped the third quarter with a sweet driving layup, giving the Suns a 98-92 lead heading into the final stretch. That's the kind of energy we want to see from the Phoenix Suns, man. I hope we can get a winning streak or something going because we're like 4 games under 500 and we're like the 9th or 10th spot in the West. So I would like to see us put something together, man. A lot of people are upset the way the season has been going, man. Kevin Durant, he chipped in with 23 points, showing his signature smooth scoring touch. And despite Devin Booker struggling from deep, going 0 from 8 from 3, he still finished with 20 points and 12 assists. That's how you impact the game, bro. Even when your shot's not falling, you were able to get other people playing, get other people points. And I really, 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 really like what Devin done when he just get other people going. But let's get that shit. 8 shots from 3 is kind of crazy. Take it to the cup, man. Make a layup. Let's see something go in. Stop trying to. The thing about Devin Booker is he takes a lot of tough shots all the time, man. You got to get some easy shots, brother. All your shots can't be these tough shots, man. Get something easy. Get an easy layup, a back cut. So let's not overlook Grayson Allen, man. Dude has been a revelation for the Suns. He put up 23 points, including 5 triples, and had some clutch moments down the stretch. His tough layup in traffic with 36 seconds left sealed the deal after Atlanta made a late push. I really like what Grayson Allen's been doing, man. He's been professional and he's been doing a great job. I like Grayson Allen and what he brings to the bench. We like to see him be successful and bring that help to bring the Suns to the next level. So now for the Hawks, Trae Young led the charge with 21 points and 7 assists, but it wasn't enough. Atlanta had 7 players in double figures, which speaks for their depth, but they couldn't slow down Phoenix offense. Our defense is still questionable, man. So let's talk about the flow of this game. The Suns came out on fire, shooting a scorching 75% in the first quarter to 38, took a 38-31 lead, but the Hawks credit, they rallied with their hot shooting to take a 72-68 lead at halftime. This one was a roller coaster. The turning point, it came in the fourth when Durant, Tyus Jones, and Grayson Allen hit back-to-back threes, pushing the Suns to a 120-105 lead with just over 4 minutes to go. The Suns' three-point barrage was just great, man, and I love to see the shooting, but I still think we're taking too many threes. Here are some of the key takeaways. For the Hawks, it's a back to 500. They've lost 4 of their last 5, and missing Jalen Johnson, who's been out with shoulder inflammation for the Suns, this could be the start of something. With their big 3, Beal, Durant, and Booker finally healthy, they're looking to build momentum and climb out of the slumps that's plagued them for nearly 2 months since Booker got hurt. The key stat, Phoenix shot a blistering 57.6% from the field. When the Suns are clicking offensively, they're tough to beat, man. And looking ahead, I think tonight we have Utah. We'll be in Utah, and hoping we can build off this win. The Jazz aren't looking that great this season, so this should be something that we can get together. I agree, Matt. We looking cooked. It's not looking good. We, I agree, Matt. Matt, you are right, bro. We are cooked. I just don't know. I don't understand. It just proves that you can't buy a team, man. You can't buy it. You got to build it naturally, man. It's kind of crazy. But hopefully Phoenix can keep this energy up, or will Atlanta backs back stronger in their next game? Hit us up in the comments or social media about what you think about the Phoenix Suns and where they're headed. And let's get to the next one. Let's go on to Comic Books Corner, and we can get up out of here.
Comic Book Corner. Sponsored by.
Ready to be a sponsor or be a part of Habari Entertainment, hit us up at info@habaryentertainment.com. Make sure that everybody that's chatting, please follow us, subscribe. Even if you don't agree with everything we're saying, we just want to have the discussions about what's going on in politics today. And we appreciate you guys talking and having a good time talking today. So welcome to Comic Book Corner, man, the show where we dive deep into the stories, the characters, and the culture surrounding the world of comics. I'm Damon, like always, and today we're tackling a hot topic that's sparking the debate. Once again, we're just talking about the last episode of Creature Commandos.
Mm-hmm.
The last episode, I think it was called
A Very Funny Monster.
There we go. A very funny monster, and it had its ups and downs, man. So, what you think?
I mean, the finale was something else. So we've got the Bride, Dr. Phosphorus, Nina Mazursky, and we've got Weasel pulling off this big plan to kill the princess Ilana to save the world based on Circe's vision. But was it worth the ride? I'm not so sure that it is, or that it was.
Right. Yeah. Same here. The Creature Commandos, it had potential. I mean, the cast was stacked. Indira Varma, Alan Tudyk, I guess, Zoe Zhao, Sean Gunn. But the show just didn't stick the landing for me, man. The season was bloody for sure, but it felt like chaos for chaos' sake. I didn't feel like there was a connection with the characters. I don't know, man. I'll give it a 6, man, out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say about a 5 out of 10, but you're right. But can we talk about the Bride? She was cold as ice, which could have been cool, but they never really explained why she had this cold demeanor towards everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, she had a tragic backstory moment, but that was really pretty much it. So there really was no more explanation of
why she's so murderous,
right? Why she's so bloodlusting or bloodthirsty? Like,
it's like they wanted us to care, but they didn't want to put in the work on the characters. They did the flashbacks, but for some reason the flashbacks wasn't connecting with me.
Yeah, I mean, they really did not connect. I didn't think they connected at all either. I mean, the only one that I thought kind of connected was Nina's. Yeah. Her backstory kind of connected,
but it didn't come to the last episode, so that kind of made it even worse.
It really didn't.
And to me, just some blood and black flashes. Now here, care about these characters. I just thought that wasn't enough, man.
Yeah, you're right. And let's not even start on Weasel.
He was whack.
What was he even doing there? Dude. He couldn't talk. He was clueless most of the time.
Right.
And he wasn't funny, so I didn't think that he was any sort of comic relief. But it's like they just threw him in there just to fill up some character space.
Yeah, I just felt like Weasel. I felt like his joke that it just overstayed its welcome. And like I was saying about Nina, I was just confused about her. She was an outcast, but she wasn't really evil. She didn't kill anyone. She didn't murder people. She just was an outcast. I just didn't feel like her a Weasel really fit into the dynamic that was going on. Yeah. Phosphorus and the Bride they're killers.
Right.
And then you got Weasel and old girl, and they're not really
And then the GI robot, those 3 characters, they were killers. They've had those types of things. So yeah, those types of characters, their backstory is kind of linked up and connected. But the rest of the characters, not so much.
No, man, and yeah, I just didn't think that it connected, man.
Yeah, I mean, the only character who did have some depth was Dr. Phosphorus.
Mhm.
And even then they didn't give him much time to shine.
Right.
I will say that the return of the new GI robot was pretty solid, but that was one of the few bright spots to the whole finale.
The whole finale, yeah. GI Robot was cool. I wish he would have stayed around a little bit more in the first season, but one good character can't save a mediocre finale. The pacing was all over the place, and the ending, let's be real, was kind of a letdown. They hyped up this big showdown with Princess Liana, and it was just over.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting a twist, some sort of emotional payoff, but it was just okay.
Let's
mission
move
complete.
on. No
Let's
real
move
stakes.
on.
Right.
There was no lasting impact that this team had
Mhm.
to say, okay, y'all stood out as a team.
And that's what separates Creature Commandos from something like Peacemaker or the Suicide Squad. Those shows and movies know how to balance the blood and chaos with real heart. This, it felt like, was a draft, a first draft. It just wasn't the final
It wasn't.
story.
It
I don't
didn't feel
know, man.
complete.
Yeah, something was missing.
So I am hoping that they do give us another season of Creature Commandos that may explain why they left it off the way they did in season 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to watch season 2, man. I'm interested. I like James Gunn. I love DC, but I hope they can do more than just showing us a whole bunch of blood.
Yep.
So, all right, man. Let's before we get up out of here, let's see the last comments what the people are saying before we leave, so we're not ignoring them. Let's see. The only thing Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have done for
Us.
for the
U.S.
for the U.S. is put in laws that cause the mass incarceration of black people. Kamala Harris had nothing to do with that. Joe Biden was a senator at that time, but Kamala Harris was not in office. I think she was still in high school. I don't know, but I don't think she was in office for sure in the 90s. Mass incarceration for black people, like I said, man, I disagreed with the laws of the 90s on crack. I thought always thought it was unfair. They put penalties on crack that they didn't put on coke. I thought that was bull. Donald Trump is a racist because he runs on racism.
Right.
His whole running was on hate. He hated Mexicans. He hated immigrants. He hates on people. He hates everyone. That's all he does. So, and the only way these people on this show will have an open, honest discussion as if they actually do the research instead of just believing whatever they hear on the news. Hey, man, I hear a lot of people throw that word around, research, really willy-nilly.
But you can research and find anything that goes with your opinion.
Exactly. You can just research your opinion. But also just saying I did some research on Google doesn't always equal out to the truth. And you gotta, your truth is your truth. I'm going off for real, just what has been reported. What's been reported. I'm not going off anything more than that. I can't go off conspiracy theories and what other people are saying online. You can research things. You have to research both sides, and that's what I try to do, and form an opinion before I just jump to one side. And being a liberal, sometimes you do that. You just jump to the side that you want to be on. But liberals do things wrong also. No one is perfect. No one can run this country perfectly. And people are going to make mistakes. It takes a group. It takes the whole country coming together to get things together, man. We got to stop this hate and division. And a lot of people that came in and comment today, they just want to talk about hate, how much they hate at the other side. They hate, point the finger, blame.
They do. And this Miss Yum Yums 14, she says that we don't have honest discussions. But here's the thing. An honest discussion, you know what that is? Do you know the definition of that, Miss Yum Yums 14? An honest discussion is a conversation where participants, both people, everyone that's participating in the conversation, are openly sharing their true thoughts and feelings
Yeah.
on a topic.
Right.
They're also expressing their opinions about the topic
Right.
without any deception or reservation, even if that means sharing potentially uncomfortable and critical news.
Yeah, man. What you say, not your business. Those of us in the upper middle class who can afford Republicans in power will likely benefit from the next 4 years. That's the silver lining. I'm choosing to see. I'm choosing to see. Sad but true. It is what it is. Yeah, man. I 100% agree. Republicans have always been for the rich.
Mm-hmm.
That's something they've been about since the 80s. And to think that that changes today is that's a mistake. The Republican Party has always been about the rich. And the rich people are with Donald Trump because they're hoping they get tax breaks.
Yep.
They hoping they can get less regulations so they can feel like they can put more money in their pocket.
Want to change the camera?
Donald Trump does not run on racism. They push that narrative because they were deflecting at the fact that the Democratic Party runs off. Well, the Democrats run off. They run on everyone. They don't look at groups as hate groups, like how Trump would say they're sending their worst from Mexico. Democrat would never say that. They would never say that they're sending their worst from Mexico. They would never say anything bad about a group, but Donald would say that. He will say that people from Africa are shithole countries. He doesn't mind being racist against people. He doesn't mind saying Mexicans are fucking criminals and killers. A Democrat would never say that.
A Democrat would never call American citizens sons of bitches.
Exactly. So, I mean, you Republicans kill me saying that Democrats run on race because they don't mind having people in charge that are from different races. They had a black president in Obama, a black vice president, a half black vice president in Kamala. They've done things to show that racism is not a problem in the Democratic Party. But when I look at the Republican Party,
It's 99%
it's 99% white. 99% white. Who is the racist when 99% of your party is white? Only 1%. Then you got and when you look at the Democratic Party, it's a coalition of all groups, not just one. All the people that voted for Republicans this time, are they going to change their policies and put other people in color in charge? No, we all know that's not going to happen. We're looking at the things from. I'm not going to lie. You can Google it. What is the party of the Republican? What percentage of them are white?
Right.
Look at the representation of the party. Look who Trump put in his cabinet. What, one black person? Maybe two.
Over HUD. And that's
Maybe two.
The one black job that America
Yeah,
has.
he just keep giving them HUD because it got urban in the name. He think that's ran by black people. How many black people did Joe Biden have in his cabinet? Overwhelmingly more. Trump has already the whitest cabinet in history. I mean, I don't understand how y'all can even bring up racism. Yeah, that part. Your truth can be delusional. Show her. So show my love. And we're going to get up out of here. The one above that one. Oh, no. Go back to caption. I mean, chat. Summer love. That one. All right. That part. Laugh my ass off. Your truth can be delusional to another facts or facts into proving that that's real, man. And that's all we run about. That's all we're about is facts. I'm not going to try to make anything up, and I'm not going to make things up just because the person that I voted for has a different outcome or different opinion. If they're wrong, they're wrong. If it's facts, it's facts. It's not about my opinion and me being right, man. I just want to make sure that Americans are getting the truth. And that's what Habari Entertainment is based in. Now, you said the people of all kind in the Democrat Party, all those Democratic officials are our tender is not working for people. They're placating us. I don't know, man. It's hard to say they're placating us when the Democratic Party overwhelmingly is always filled with more minorities than the Republican Party. if a place is hiring you and giving you a job and putting food on your table, are you going to look at them and say, hey, they placating black people? You're going to say they're helping us to put food on our table. If the Democrats are putting black people in power, that's all that matters, man. You can try to make up all the excuses you want to because the other party isn't doing that. That's all that matters, man. I'm not rich, but yet I'm very well aware that as long as the Democratic Party has been in power, that world has gone to shit. I want you to look up how well the parties have done under each one while they're in control. Look and see how we go into inflation when we have recessions and see who's in charge. You go and look at that. You look and see. Now, you want to live in truth or do you want to live on lies? Go look and see who is in charge when the recessions happen in this country. It's overwhelmingly Republican.
And this is what they're going to say. They're going to try to hit you back with the recession of 08.
I didn't scream racism, Mr. Scammer beat down. I don't do that. That's not what we're doing here.
They're gonna hit you back with the 08 recession when Obama first went into office.
Mm-hmm.
But let's not forget
Yeah.
that when Obama entered office
Yeah.
in 2008,
Right.
we were already in a recession under the George Bush administration, who was a Republican.
The first things they do is give tax breaks to their homies. Now, Trump is back in office.
Taxes.
He's going to cut taxes for his homies again. He's going to lower taxes for the rich, which in change grows the deficit. It's less tax money that we can take. Democrats, they want to take those taxes away and raise the taxes on the rich.
So that way everyone is paying their equal fair share
real.
To help the country move forward.
So, hey, we appreciate you, Miss Yum Yum, Terry Bell, Summer Love, AJ. We appreciate everybody. Go ahead, bring it to me, man. But we're going to get up out of here. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. We had nice numbers all day, and we'll be back next week, same time, 11 a.m. We want to say thank you to Matty Ice for joining us from Chicago. Please subscribe, man. Like the page. We appreciate everybody.
Hit that notification bell.
Thanks to Aiden. He's a new guy. That's why I was kind of disjointed today, but it's all good. He's new and he's just starting this thing. And this shit is crazy. So he's just learning it how it goes. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you next Saturday. Peace.
Holla, holla.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habarientertainment.com. See you next week. Peace.
When that's done, it'll be completely black and you can just end the stream.